start at the number 9. Wrestler pulls back. And we are underway as the Demon Deacons in all white. And Virginia Tech in that Chicago maroon.
Loved the Timmy trumpets to get us started.
Already getting us started with at least somewhat of an attempt to put a service ball in.
Yeah, that's the kind of freedom that this team has under Tony DeLue's tie, you know, and you've seen that unleashed a little more and more as the season goes on. Wrestler playing that number 10 position. She's able to get out wide. Maxwell dropping off her shoulder. There's just a lot of freedom of movement. Players love that when they're able to express themselves all over the pitch.
Virginia Tech here having to back up against the wall. They have been known to give up an early goal. But they don't give up that many goals. And it's they've had some bad luck as well. They went 1-1 versus Carolina, and then an absolute golazo surprise in the last couple minutes gave Carolina the win. And also a late goal against Louisville on the road at Louisville gave the Cardinals the win. So, you know, here's the Virginia Tech team down on the luck a little bit, but still, I mean, hanging right in there. And after watching minutes or hours of tape, I mean, they are very, very good and in sync for the amount of young people that they brought in. There's a good at least attempt that's sent just right of the frame.
Yeah, and that's what makes the ACC so high quality and so difficult, Ty, is that even the games between teams at the top and the bottom of the standings, there's always those thin margins. And sometimes it takes a moment of brilliance to win even those games that you might look at the standings and you say, oh, this is a breeze or whatever.
Yeah, both teams last year, as we mentioned in the Open, they were kind of picked middle of the pack, right? And they exploded up. One went to the Elite Eight, and of course, Wake Forest all the way to the championship. Corner here for the Hokies. Going to see if they can come up with an early goal. It's Patchen who's going to take it. Hit it away for a second inside the 18 still, and the Hokies hoping to come up with something. They do come up with a little bit of a nice in the corner, a little bit of a touch by Wake Forest.
Yeah, this is some sustained pressure early on for Virginia Tech. This is the way that they are going to establish themselves in the game, is come right out of the gates. If they let Wake Forest dictate play early on, it's going to be a long evening.
Tech ranks 13th nationally with 23 goals through 10 matches. This is an in-swinger from the opposite flag, punched away immediately by Amaral, but it's right on the coastline of the 18. And Wake Forest playing a little desperation clearance here. And Wake has had their trip into the attacking third. Now it's the Hokies' turn. Wake Forest trying to get on quickly on the counter. Eleven of the 12 new Hokies for Chugger. They made their debuts in the first 2 games of the season, so they're coming in and getting experience right away.
And Ty, you indicated this.
This looks well too. Good for Virginia Tech. Miss-hit there.
You indicated this to me before the game as a possibility. They played a 4-3-3 last time up against Louisville that we saw on tape. Today looks like Virginia Tech coming out in that 4-4-2 that Chugger likes to deploy. So even it's fluid. Mm-hmm. We have to see how it plays out, but they're switching sort of between a couple of different formations. So there's a lot of a lot of versatility in this Virginia Tech lineup as well. It does look like a 4-1-3-2, which is another version of a 4-4-2. A little imbalanced as the left winger likes to get high, as you're seeing here on this buildup. It's Ellie Robertson.
Robertson, good slide tackle, does end up in another corner.
And I think just as like you saw me trying to like decipher the formation that Chugger has gone with live, I think Wake Forest is struggling to figure out what they're playing as well.
15th season for Chugger. He's had a long relationship with head coach Tony DeLuz for Wake Forest, both from the San Diego part of the country, University of San Diego.
And I think that's why what he's engineered here tactically is allowing Virginia Tech to have such a strong start. Wake Forest is trying to figure out where they're supposed to be on the field to counter this.
This one spits out right at the 18, and what a driven shot. Good luck in trying to stop that. The Hokies coming up big. That's Natalie Mitchell. I don't know how she found enough space to drill that, but regardless, she put everything on it, the laces, the kitchen sink with it.
Yeah, power and precision on this strike. Virginia Tech with a ton of attacking volume early on. You figured at some point they were going to get a shot on goal, and there was not much that Valentina Amaral could do with that, as she clearly struggles to see it through the bodies that the shot had to travel past. Great strike from the top of the penalty area to get that kind of power, also place it where the goalkeeper can't find it, is very difficult. And Wake Forest just didn't have anyone to close that rebound down at the top of the penalty area. Everyone got sucked down in towards the 6-yard box.
I mentioned that the Hokies have had a little bit of an issue of allowing an early goal. 4 times this season, the Hokies have conceded a goal in the first 10 minutes. I believe that was on the top of the mission statement for tonight. Don't let that happen. In fact, let us score in the first 10 minutes. So you can check that box off for the Hokies. They lead 1-0 with an absolute brilliant strike by Mitchell. Hokies have also scored 3+ goals in 4 matches this season. The offense looks pretty potent. As Wake Forest now with themselves down 1-0. Here's Ressler. Johnson to the left. Overlapping runs here in the center and in the 18, and then pushed out of bounds. That was Marshall who pushed that one out of bounds against Johnson.
Good job by Hannah Johnson. She got beat by the defender who cut in between her and the ball, but she stuck with it and forced the defender to put it out of play for a throw. Basically won the ball back for her team after losing it.
These two teams did not meet each other in 2024. They did meet in 2023 in Blacksburg, and Wake Forest won that one 2-0. Hokies leading early in this one 1-0. Good step to take that one away from Price.
I've been so impressed early this season, Ty, by Kylie Maxwell's reading of the game. It almost feels like she can see things before they happen, both in possession and out of possession. She snatched possession away there because she saw the 1-2 that was about to be played. When she plays a through ball or a cross, it always feels like initially when she delivers the ball, there's nobody there, but somebody's ending up running onto it because she sees the move before it happens. It's just so impressive.
You know how, I mean, that's really impressive because, you know, there's always this bit of a learning curve for the freshman. And I don't think she had much of a learning curve. I mean, the first match we did, she was already reading it well. In the nice pocket for Ressler. Ressler has a big foot. Will slide it over to the right to Maxwell. Maxwell lining it up but sitting it over the bar.
Yeah, she never really was able to corral that ball She knew the whole time she was going to shoot, but it was a little out of her reach and just not able to get the right strike on it. Not far off, though.
That's okay. We talked about that a couple days ago, Kyle, right? You know, I don't care if you miss-hit it a little bit on your first shot, whatever. As long as you're getting these shots, keep that going. That keeps the confidence growing. And you're, as well as the rest of the team, that hey, we can get some shots off.
That's right.
I think every coach would agree, too, as that one's taken away. Wake Forest trying to rebuild some of their back line after some pivotal pieces left last year. Same way with the Hokies. Almost identical storylines with Virginia Tech losing some big pieces and trying to fit these pieces in. They thought they had a really fantastic piece come in from SMU, Elena Salama, but this kid is, she's out right now, but 14 goals in her last 22 matches. I mean, if you want a 9, you want to attack her. I mean, I had to refresh and look at the page again to make sure that was correct. How many times I saw 1 beside the goal. 1. So unfortunately for her, she got injured, but can't imagine attack with her full strength.
Great step by Flanagan. Both Wake Forest wingers really have the ability to track back and defend. It's a huge asset. That's another great tackle. Patchen.
This is big, losing the ball. That close to an attacking third. Virginia Tech centralized here. Now they'll spread. Playing it back to Tepes. Some nervy moments though for Wake Forest. After a big goal affair on Sunday against USC Upstate, there's Coach DeLuz looking on with some concern against a longtime friend. And Coach DeLuz knows that his friend has had the better of him in this series.
Virginia Tech's passing has been very precise to start this game.
Tepes inserted, but immediately Dempsey Brown didn't have to go anywhere. Here's Johnson. Maxwell.
1-on-5 right now.
He's left alone on an island. She'll take that challenge and send it low and out of bounds.
That's just not what the Deeks want right now. Coach DeLuz is wanting his team. They are a possession-oriented team, and 1-on-5, taking a shot from 25 yards out. Coach DeLuz want a little bit better build-up next time.
Well, here's Coach DeLuz with 326 wins for the Demon Deacons, 372 overall. And actually got the San Diego program off and running. He was given the keys, and then he made his way over here to Winston-Salem. He's been here for a small bit of time, hasn't he?
Just a little.
29th season for Coach DeLuz.
Corner, Wake Forest.
As Deacons trying to find a equalizer.
And Virginia Tech scored their opener off a corner. Deeks have their first corner of the game. They'll try to do the same.
Scythe will take it from this near. Flanagan rising up and poked over. That is going to count.
I think that was Hannah Johnson. We'll see if Flanagan got a touch.
I think
great header.
Johnson put it in the frame, and then somehow slipping in was Flanagan, and she just poked it in with her studs.
I think this is Hannah Johnson's goal. She's celebrating like it, that's for sure.
She deserves it. There's Hokies sitting there at the goal line.
Yeah, no touch there.
No touch, all right. Well, Hannah Johnson thought maybe there was a poke, but I mean, hit down with some venom, and Hannah Johnson with her first goal of the season as this game knotted at 1 apiece.
And Ty, I'll tell you what, it's the little things that make a difference in this game. And for Virginia Tech defending that corner.
Maxwell off and running. She loves this type of challenge. 1v1. Maxwell, bang! The Deacons have arrived. They now lead 2-1. Goals within seconds of each other.
Deacons pulling both pistols out of the hip. 1-2, quick fire punch. All of a sudden, they're up 2-1 after trailing early in this game. The talent that this team has in the attack. How about that? Maxwell beats 3 defenders and gets free. Beautiful run. They can do it from a set play. They can do it from open play.
Let's take a look at this, how this developed. And that's a very good switch. See right there, that is what we talk about vision. Over the top, Maxwell, go get it. She took off the long strides. She loves going up against 1, 2, 3 defenders, and she had the beat on it, went 1v1 with the keeper, made sure she had her 4th goal of the season.
Yeah, give Carly Wilson a ton of credit.
Absolutely.
Because that's a gorgeous ball from deep in Wake Forest's own half.
Yeah, I mean, Maxwell's goal is fantastic, but that ball basically dropping in a bucket for him. Diagonal pass. Dempsey Brown involved in the attack. Now we looked at the film between these two teams. Yes, the attack for Virginia Tech very potent. Couldn't quite score against Louisville. Got 1 against Carolina. We kind of thought maybe it might just be a low-scoring affair. Of course, if you put that into the air, into the environment, the soccer gods laugh at you. And that's where we are. 2-1 is our score.
So the point I wanted to make, Ty, before Kylie Maxwell rudely interrupted me with the second goal.
I forgot what
is that defending a corner, there are very little small things that make a big difference. And one of them is most teams will put a defender at the near post to allow the goalkeeper to come out and defend the corner at the top of their 6-yard box. But when the ball is delivered and it's not at the near post defender, that defender has to come out and play. Because what ends up happening is if they stay home at the post, you now basically allow anyone on the opposing team to be onside.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened, because you had Flanagan and another player for Wake Forest basically standing on the goal mouth, and they were onside. Even though Flanagan didn't get a touch, if she was offside, they could have flagged for interfering with play and ruled the goal out. But because she was onside, it didn't matter.
Yeah, and she was crucial because that did block the vision of the keeper. Allowed that one to roll in, although I have to give Hannah Johnson credit. She did get up and put that one down. I did think that Flanagan got a touch on it. Good to see the replay and see that Johnson, that was a clean goal for her.
The near post defender is largely there to prevent the corner taker from just fizzing it right at the goal. Because if they're not there, then the goalkeeper has to defend that, and they can't come out. So you put the defender there. But once it's not at them.
Corner by the Hokies, an in-swinger that was laid up perfectly. Way off the line is Hargrove. We mentioned about some clutch saves for her this season. Came up with back-to-back stops against Carolina, which I had to rewind and take a look at it again and again. And that's all reflexes. That's also reading. And you read the game and quickly respond. Patchett. And pushed out of bounds.
Well defended to not concede a corner. Tony DeLuz basically has 4 wide players on this team, and just in the starting lineup, probably more, but 4 wide players who can all both defend and attack. Both fullbacks and both wingers love to do both, and that is enormous for this team.
Tepes, that was one of the things that Chugger told me last night in our discussion. He said, you know, Coach DeLuz, the Deeks like to get out wide. That's one of the things they wanted to address. Another corner for the Hokies. They've lived down here.
Yeah, they racking them up, and they scored off one of these earlier. So each opportunity here from a set play allows them another chance to test Valentina Amaral's goal. And it also just shows that they are enjoying a lot of volume down there.
Driven ball, and that was a very good design play there.
Yeah, and that, again, Wake Forest does not have a player stationed at the top of the penalty area to handle a ball to that spot, either direct from the corner or, like we saw in their goal, the rebound to that area.
It was really well done.
And I think that's something that the Virginia Tech coaching staff has noticed, because on their goal they said, well, there's nobody there defensively, so let's just fizz the corner straight there next time.
Hokies kind of pushing back against Wake Forest's back line. As Miller just slide that one over to Amaral. Deeks 7-1-1 on the season, 1-0 in the ACC. They had their ACC opener last week against Miami. Oh, good feint.
Oh,
and
how about the speed?
What a response, yep.
Arango just blazing past Kylie Maxwell, who probably thought she was clean through up the sideline.
Speaking of clean, Flanagan had it right on the left foot, maybe just a little rushed, but still she's able to come up with the theft there.
And she does all the hard work here and then takes a shot way too early. She's got to take a touch here. I think she saw the goalkeeper off her line.
She knew as soon as she let it go.
Got caught between two worlds where she saw the goalkeeper off her line, could have gone near post that, but once the goalkeeper tracked back, then you got to take a touch and settle yourself.
Yeah, she knew as soon as she let that one go that the keeper guessed right, hitting on that right post.
And those are the kind of things that a freshman will develop, right? You get instincts in those moments once you develop the experience.
Also, Hargrove has that neon highlighter keeper kit that just somehow sucks in shots.
It's bright, that's for sure.
It is pretty bright.
It's almost identical to the referee jersey.
Yeah. Double team, that's good support defensively with Brooke Miller coming over. Our officials tonight will be Ashley Sedbro, then there's Brandon Ingram, and then Hudson Owens. Well played ball again. And Wake is being tested.
One thing the Hokies have done exceptionally well to keep possession and keep the pressure on is they are not afraid to pass it backwards. And when they pass it backwards, they bring it forwards again almost immediately. They're going back and then front. If it's not there, they recycle and then bring it back forward, and it's got Wake players all over the place.
And look at this press by Virginia Tech causing mistakes. Wake Forest having to clean it up, still trying to get it out of their own end there. Up ahead with Johnson, using her chest to push it away from the Hokies. Zadian gets the start. She's been impressive too.
Oh.
They would have whipped that one across. How did she get enough to send that in? That was a very tough angle. Maxwell defying the absolute physics, how she was able to wrap her hips around that and send that one across.
Yeah, just a little too close to the goalkeeper in the end, but another great move and a beautiful 1-2 with Brooke Miller to get her free. Those two already developing good chemistry out wide.
Once again, trying to clip over the top on a high block by Wake Forest. Scythe trying to play that one up for Wilson, and was well defended by Valenti. You saw the idea there as Price trying to see if she could thread it up for Weird. And Wake Forest working on the right side. Just about 20 minutes remaining in this first half. 2 goals for the Deeks, 1 for the Hokies. And Deeks trying to come up with another shot there, a blast by Mad Max, and that was directly into the chest with some pace too. Hargrove had to take a deep breath after that one.
Yeah, Kylie Maxwell is on her horse tonight. It's just a little bit of precision needed from the crosses and the shots. But otherwise, she is causing this Virginia Tech team a ton of problems. I think Wake Forest is starting to take advantage a little bit of the Virginia Tech pressure. As you take a look at Maxwell's shot here, just did not have the precise placement that maybe she would have wanted there, but a great effort nonetheless. I think what you're seeing now is the Wake players are noticing that Virginia Tech's defenders, when they're off the ball, are pressuring really hard.
Well, that was a good idea by Maxwell. Floated over the top, smack down, even a better cutout there by Hargrove.
Great goalkeeping there for Hargrove. That almost got over her fingertips where Flanagan was waiting. You're starting to see these Wake players gain some confidence and take Virginia Tech defenders on, because right now, whenever they try to recycle possession or turn their back or be press resistant and retain the ball, they're getting dispossessed, because the tackling has been aggressive and precise from Virginia Tech. So the counter to that is dribble. And whenever these Virginia Tech defenders are starting to pressure them and step in to try and win the ball, Wake is using speed to beat them, and that's going to be effective.
Hokies setting up nicely, trying to get some numbers up here into the attacking third. Good ball played in right to the hands of Amaral.
It's like in football when a team is starting to blitz a lot, right? You get a defense that's starting to blitz a ton. What do? Screen passes. Let them go right by them. That's exactly what they're doing here. They're playing 1-2s and they're dribbling 1v1, using that aggression to start gaining control of this game. Because just like that, whenever they try to pass through this Virginia Tech team, there's somebody right on their hip every time.
Oh, good vision by Hannah Johnson to make the switch. Here's Scythe. Says he bringing the defense into the center and then spraying it out to the left for Flanagan. Good response, though, by the Hokies over the top. In search of Scythe, now into the pocket. Here's Flanagan. Flanagan knocked down, and that will be a free kick.
That is high soccer IQ, Ty. You are 1-on-4. it is going to be almost impossible to beat the defenders, so draw a foul. That's exactly what she does. She waits for the pressure to feel it from behind and then goes down. This is absolutely a foul, and she brought that on. She invited that pressure on by just waiting. Instead of burst of speed, you just keep it in the holster for a second, wait, and then you feel the pressure and drew the foul.
So what do you do if you're Sierra? You're going to try to see if you can set one in top bins?
This is on target.
Or do you put that up and have that crash on the far stick? Oh, what a hit. Well read, though, by Hargrove.
Yeah, that was always going to be on target.
Scythe. Thinking she could add that to her resume this year, to her Olympico earlier.
She did the right thing. She was trying to go top left corner because that was the furthest that the goalkeeper would have to go from where she was positioned. Just didn't get it high and wide enough.
Virginia Tech, number 14, Kendall
Ramirez has come in.
Also number 20, Kylie Marshall.
And Taylor Lewin, who scored an absolute brilliant strike against Carolina. Right when Carolina had the lead, they were about to not quite hitting cruise control, but they definitely felt that they had the win wrapped up. And Taylor Lewin right outside the 15. It was a turn and blast. And the whole bench erupted, rightfully so, for Virginia Tech. 2-1, under 15 minutes to go in the first 45. And the Deacons will set up for another corner. And it's Scythe. Was good use of both pegs, right? Going to use right and left. That one over the top.
And she scored an Olympico from that corner earlier this season, but that one not really up to snuff.
There's Patchen. Well defended too by the freshman. Both coaches not shy to get some experience quickly for their young players. Great step by Brooke Miller. Here's Ressler. Splitting and sending it. Flanagan's there. Oh, what a kick save. Is it still alive? Yes, it is. And last touch by Wake Forest. What a kick save by Hargrove. This game very well could be 4-1 right now if it wasn't for the efforts of Hargrove.
That is a stunning reaction save. Her whole body is moving to its right, the attacker's left, and still able to stick her foot out at that with no time to react and completely against her body's movement. That is a sensational save.
Here's Lewin. Scythe just trying to send it upward. And a little hit in the back of the head on Flanagan.
Yeah, and the referee has to stop it because it's a head injury. Even a hint of a head injury, the referee's going to stop play. And Virginia Tech does not like that because they were moving forward in the attack, and you can see that they're having questions about that, palms raised to the air about why that was stopped. But the referee, by rule, has to, anytime there's a hint of a head injury. Player safety just more important than the attacking move. think Tony DeLuz is asking for maybe, you know, for that to be a foul or something else.
Scythe with a step on Patchen. Whistle aggressively blown.
That's a great move by Patchen because she sees the pressure coming as well, just like we talked about down the other end, and then moves the ball out of the way just at the right time so that Sierra Scythe doesn't get any of the ball and all of her legs.
Patchen taking it. See if she curls this on the back door, headed away for a second. Virginia Tech trying to cock back and get ready to let one go from outside of the 18 on a half volley. Patchen back with it. Magnificent player. Lewin also having to fight off 2 defenders. Getting down to just 11 minutes and some change in this first half.
Number 8, Chloe Burst. Number 26, Taryn Chance.
Swapping wingers for Wake Forest. Chloe Burst and Taryn Chance coming on. See what they can give the Deeks with some fresh legs with 11 minutes to go in the half.
Also in for Wake, number 16, Alex Wood.
Peyton May coming in.
Yeah, Peyton May, number 6 by trade. She takes over for Marengo, who was the one that came back from injury.
Look who's coming in for Wake Forest. Alex Wood. First appearance, I think. She's trying to get back to 100%.
Yeah, one of the few experienced players on this team.
Gorgeous ball again. You could have placed that any better by Tepes. Tepes also a freshman. Here's Weir.
Absolutely beautiful ball. And give Brooke Miller credit. She did just enough to prevent that shot.
Good to see Wood out there. Huge goal for her last year in the NCAA tournament against Southern Cal. Virginia Tech moving their line all the way up. Hargrove also way up past the 18. Precision, good probing pass for Lewin. Trying to cut out enough space to put one on frame and didn't quite work out for D'Amelio. I'm surprised though, Virginia Tech with 6 shots to Wake Forest's 9. How many times that they have sent? Wish we had the analytics to see the touches in the box, because the Hokies have had a lot of touches inside the 18. Haven't seen one bad service ball either. Hokies trying to work again on that left side. Patchen, little fake, trying to find enough room and nowhere near the target. And Wake Forest actually, yeah, Patchen's thinking that he was touched last.
You can tell there is a clear intention from Virginia Tech that whenever they send a ball into the area, they're putting somebody at the top of the box to retrieve any rebounds, clearances, anything like that. And it's having a lot of success. Every time they do it, it seems like that person ends up with the ball, whether it's, you know, Emerald making a save or punching it or a defender clearing the ball. Whatever it is, they are profiting greatly from putting somebody at the top of the 18.
Patchen going out for a breather. Coach Chugger said that she's a player who's dynamic movement. 7.5, 2-1 Wake Forest, but Virginia Tech has constantly been knocking on the door.
How about the advantage of having a 6'1" player like Peyton May just sitting there at the number 6 position and vacuuming up everything that comes her way that's remotely off the ground.
Another freshman, also from the state of North Carolina.
That is an advantage anytime the opponent tries to play long.
Look at that turn. Great turn. And then pulling it back enough to spray it on the switch. Chance has a support with Sierra Scythe. Diagonal ball. Oh, how did that even reach the other side of the box like that? Chance with a beautiful ball for anybody to feast upon.
Yeah, Chloe Burst was there. There was nobody to stop that cross at the near post. It just filtered its way all the way through.
Tepes made 2 freshmen for Virginia Tech. And Lewin trying to see if she get the service ball, but good news is last touch by Wake Forest, so it will be a corner.
And again, watch the top of the 18.
Virginia Tech.
Watch the top of the 18 here. Wake Forest largely playing man-to-man. When you have zonal marking, you can place defenders at different positions. But when you're largely man marking on set pieces, that's where those gaps can appear. Sophie Faircloth into the game.
6th corner now for Virginia Tech. An in swinger. And that stays on the wrong side of the byline.
You know, everybody hates on zonal marking, right? You see that a ton in analysis of professional football when it seems like whenever somebody scores a goal, oh, it's because of zonal marking, yada, yada. But it has its clear advantages. When you have man marking on corners or set pieces or anything, the attacking team can use specific movements to clear out defenders and create space. So zonal marking prevents that.
Wake Forest trying to create some space here. On the right side is Scythe. Able to get one whipped in, cut out. And the Hokies want to quickly get up the pitch. Now they'll try to slow things down. Looked like they were going to quickly get on the counter. Scythe got a toe on it. And the Deacons back with possession. Well, Wake Forest just with 2 corners. That's something that Virginia Tech has prided themselves on this year. They've only allowed their opponents 3 corners per match. A shove called on Sierra Scythe. Love how Sierra Scythe immediately takes off. There's no protest, just pushes back, calls the call.
Well, that's how you know that a player's head is in the game, is that the most important minute is the next minute.
Good ball played across. Lewin. I think she tapped it twice. I think it rolled up on her knee. Almost had a chance to get past Amaral.
That looked unlucky, if anything.
Yeah.
It just seemed like her stride moving in was out of sync with the ball that came across the face of goal. That's a big chance.
Under 3 to go in the first half. 2-1 in favor of the Demon Deacons.
Great play by Sierra Scythe there. Not going to ground and able to stay on her feet and still win the ball there. I think she had 2 chances that she could have tried to go to ground to win the ball. Instead, stayed on her feet and still managed to snatch possession.
Faircloth in there at the left back position. Coming off a brace on Sunday afternoon. Good vision there by Lewin. Into space. 2 and some change remaining in this first half. The Deeks weathering this Hokie storm. This one is up ahead. Cut out by Ramirez. And then cut out by Tepes. May.
Virginia Tech just so fluid in possession that every time they lose the ball, someone steps up to win it back, and whoever steps up, someone fills their gap further back.
To Guzman there coming up, recognizing the space given. The referee blowing the whistle and giving a free kick for Wake Forest. With 80 seconds remaining. Oh. A little late there. Dempsey Brown may have gotten the legs of one of those Hokies players, but Taylor Lewin's sister did play at Georgia. A family of soccer players. Danielle. A lot of pocket of space there, pushed up. And now moved to the right for De Guzman. And that one will ricochet off chance, and another chance from the corner.
Deeks can't get out of their own half right now down the end of the first 45 minutes.
They've had to retreat. Good ball played. Header just a little bit off target there as far as where that ball was placed. Where to put the sweet spot.
Yeah, that was the 6'1" Peyton May. What a target in there on the corner.
She's doing her job there. Wake Forest doing their job. A rebuttal after Virginia Tech scored the first. Carolina, they find their stride at the right moment, just like when Virginia Tech found their stride at the right moment. Wake Forest found their stride. Of course, they ended colliding with Carolina in the championship game.
It's a long season, Ty. You're going to have ebbs and flows. It's not just going to, you hit your level in game one and keep it up the whole way, right?
Absolutely right. Virginia Tech was out to a fantastic start of the season. They did have the services of SMU transfer, SMU's top goal scorer, and then was well on her way to being the top goal scorer for Virginia Tech. And then she went out. But the Hokies not using that as any excuse. They have used their freshmen. They've gotten some big moments, as Coach Chugger said, they're learning on the fly. And this is valuable minutes. And so is some of these freshmen for Wake Forest, too. Faircloth is in for the second half. Burst also in and to start the second half.
Yep, holdovers from substitutions just before the break. Taryn Chance in there as well.
Burst hugging that touch line. Inserted pass. Good step up, though, by Ramirez.
See the hand wrap on Ramirez. That is becoming a popular aesthetic. Sometimes it serves a purpose. Other times more just for appeal.
Faircloth trying to get off a shot. And deflected. It does result in a corner.
It's being popularized by Lamine Yamal and a number of the Barcelona players. Just taping up your wrist. I don't know. They think it looks cool.
For it?
Sometimes there's medical reason for it,
yeah,
but
true.
Other times it's just they want to.
Annoying. I think even a wristband when you don't really need it is annoying.
Kareem Benzema played with a wrist wrap for years because he had a broken finger and never wanted to get surgery on it.
Good curl ball. There is at least somewhat of a fortuitous. Someone had a touch, maybe it was chance, but just drifted right of that right post. Let's see.
Look at the curl on this ball.
My goodness.
Almost a header for Sophie Fairclough yet again, but she just missed it. It almost had so much bend that it fooled the attacking players just as much as it did the defensive players. She kind of undercut it with her head, and it just curled right around her.
She did. And the Deeks being the aggressors again. Chance. Left foot whipped in. Johnson. Oh, right off the hop. Didn't work out well. She didn't quite get the inside of her foot on it. Does go out of bounds. But still, right at the right place. That's where you want to be. Good step up into the pocket for Virginia Tech. And that was weird. Tough one to play, and just got away.
Deke's finally starting to maintain some possession for a length of time. That's what you can do against a counter press. Once you establish possession, then it's very hard for the other team to get it back because there's nothing to press. The counter press is most effective immediately after the opponent wins the ball.
Chance. Put one perfectly in the box. Scythe sizzles one, and off the hop, smothered by Hargrove. Scythe with another assist for her tally this season. Amaral off the line. Calm and collected as usual. Let's take a look at this as Scythe just teed it up. He's trying to send it low. I think she was looking for one of the corners. That highlight jersey distracts you. Just brings in the ball. A good swing off the bar. Virginia Tech with a chance to follow it up. I got to wave it, negate everything with a hurt Wake Forest player down.
Yeah, Dempsey Brown came flying in, put her body on the line there to defend the rebound. But what a strike off the underside of the crossbar. Wake Forest a little fortunate that it comes down and stays out rather than redirecting down over the line.
Well, Wake Forest dodged one there. Dempsey Brown looks to be okay. She is pivotal for this Wake Forest team. They're just a different team when she's on the pitch.
Great rip. Just clangs off the crossbar, and that is a foul for sure. Comes in late, doesn't get to the ball, and then through. Ouch. Dempsey Brown just slamming onto the ground.
Yeah. Clear it and then get upended. Well, Virginia Tech back into the attacking third. A stab at it by Sierra Scythe. .21 shots between these two teams so far. Wake Forest with 11, Virginia Tech with 10. Amaral.
When you're playing against a press like this, the goalkeeper's distribution is very important. Amaral did pretty well to feed that one out near the touchline, just not able to corral it. It becomes critical then for the goalie to, if those short passes are marked, to find somebody at the mid-range or even with a long ball. Virginia Tech is stretched here a little bit if the Deacs can get in some space.
A tough ball to play to come back. Scythe playing the safety spot. And Wake Forest will usher it all the way back to Amaral.
And Ty, what you're seeing here from Virginia Tech is the advantage of the 4-4-2 diamond system. It has its weaknesses, which is width. You lose a lot of width in a 4-4-2 diamond. But what you gain is coverage in just about every other area for the ability to press, because you have the midfield blanketed. You've got a 6, 2 8s, and a 10. And anybody that comes in your area in the middle of the field, you're able to cover and not lose your structure. And so Virginia Tech has done very well here to sacrifice winger potency for complete midfield control. And what the fullbacks have given them in width has been enough. Deacons trying desperately to pass it out of the back, and they just cannot do it. Oof, dangerous ball.
Up ahead, Amaral off the line, sliding to get it out of the way, and the return fire. See Amaral still able to get back up to at least see it. He is shaken up too, as well as that.
I think that's Dempsey again. That is a big chance for Anna Weir there on the follow-up, because the goalkeeper was on the ground and she had the whole goal to shoot at. Credit Wake Forest players for collapsing and trying to close down the window for her to shoot at, and that forced her to send it wide. Huge moment there for Virginia Tech. They are causing Wake Forest all kinds of problems. Hope Dempsey Brown is all right. Both teams get a chance to head to the sideline and chat a bit. Dempsey is taking her lumps today with the captain's armband. Let's take another look at this. A couple of dangerous hospital passes from the Deacons. There's the first save, and great job by Amaral to get back to her feet after taking a whack and closing down the other end of the goal, and that is just a miss.
It looks like friendly fire too there with Dempsey Brown going up and knocking Amaral.
Entering the game for Wake Forest, number 14, Lola Ressler. For Virginia Tech,
So I
number
was like a
16,
Virginia Tech player that,
Valente.
of course, Dempsey Brown right in the vicinity too. Second time that she's been down. We'll go on by that picture. She looks to be all right. That's a good sign. Valenti in, patching out. Another threaded ball, 1v1. The flag is up. That must have been really tight, Kyle. What do you see?
Yeah, I think that was the correct call. At least it looked live, just because having that many players through on goal with so few defenders. But man, the Deacons just are a complete mess right now. She's leaning, yeah, the whole way. Right off the back shoulder. I think it was Di Natale.
But she didn't touch it.
Well, she's clearly involved in the play.
Okay.
she's also blocking Dina
Yeah,
Talley.
she is that.
So
yeah. I think that's what the definition that the center ref said, and then she kind of looked back as she was flabbergasted. But yeah, if she's not there. Scythe, Faircloth. See if she's got any magic. Chance, spinning away. Does it deliver a shot? It was deflected by a Hokie, so it will be a corner. Chance having a little discussion with the center ref as well. A Scythe now with 6 assists. The assist she had in the first half. That's pretty impressive. And a lot of soccer to be played in this season too. And Scythe will take the corner. Curling, good bin, punched away by Hargrove. Scythe will let that one come right into her boot, and then Hargrove up on a ladder, bobbled it for a second, and then squeezed it.
Strong command of her area, no question about it. Good goalkeeping there from Hargrove.
She stopped one against Carolina. She spilled it for a second, but I think goalkeepers, they kind of get frowned upon for that. But man, just for knocking it out of the way is impressive enough. I'm sure if you're a goalkeeper, I mean, never played goalkeeper, but I'm sure if you're a goalkeeper, it's going to be a clip. Can I get some credit for spreading out and knocking that out of the way?
That's right.
On a well-hit ball.
Well, a lot of times you have to go up and over a player too, whether it be an attacker or your own defender, to get a punch in like that.
Zadian. A lot of trust Coach DeLuz has with that freshman. He has played pretty much this entire match. Ramirez to the left to Faircloth. Faircloth escapes, trying to turn on it. Deflected out. It will be a throw-in rather than a corner. And there is a bunch of Wake Forest substitutions coming in.
Yep, you're going to get 3 starters coming back on here for Wake Forest. You've got Flanagan, Maxwell on both wings, and I believe Brooke
Miller. For 18, Allie Flanagan. Number 31, Kylie Maxwell.
Faircloth with her 3rd appearance after 2 years on the shelf. Her 2nd appearance on her return tour, comes up with 2 goals. Less than 5 minutes on Sunday afternoon. Ramirez was whipped in by Flanagan. Miller. See if it's a 1-2. Oh, that's a fantastic idea by Maxwell. And sitting right there in that half space was Wrestler. The idea was to get there. Miller, she can hit it from there. Left foot is Hannah Johnson trying to box out. Quickly, the Hokies trying to work on the counter. Numbers not in their favor, but they don't care. Here they go looking for the equalizer. That one not near the cage and not nearly a challenge for Amaral. In that particular case, Kyle, you just say go off and run, and even though the number's not in your favor, just see if you can beat him with speed, get a shot off.
I mean, that's been their build-up strategy, has been go, go, go. You see when they win the ball off Wake Forest, they've been able to push forward. You see on this instance, they recycle it, of course, as we're talking about that, but they move quickly.
Good play, ball. Bocho, another freshman, number 6. Hokies not shy, though, to let it go, even if it's way outside of the 18. I respect that. Plan is to see if they get it near the frame. If there's a possibility where Amaral can't quite control it and follow it up on the rebound. If they fire it the pace that Mitchell hit it in the first half, the first goal of this contest, I think you're assured that some of those shots will not be handled by the goalkeeper.
And they go again quickly.
Numbers a little bit more in their favor to the left. This is Weir, left foot.
Great
Spreading
save.
out is Amaral, and showing just why she is one of the best. Much backspin. Latching on was Hannah Johnson for a second. She couldn't turn. And cut out possession back to the Hokies. Valenti. Good distribution in the center, the half space. Now sliding over to the left. This is D'Amelio. Spinning away from just a gang of Deacons. Miller. Not quite the touch she wanted. That's how crucial it is to have support defensively, too. Scythe. A shiver there. And Scythe shaken up, rightfully so. Take a look at this save.
Beautiful, beautiful stop by Amaral, and then great tracking back to clear it. That was a wonderful counterattack by Virginia Tech. They had Wake Forest completely beaten for pace.
We have great cameras. I wish we could have just a intense close-up on Amaral as she reads that. And you've got to see that thought process going. Well, you know, they say the fastest thing on the pitch, it's not the ball, it's the mind.
That's right.
Deep thoughts.
Certainly not our speed,
Right.
you and me, that's for sure.
I don't know. Your thought process, though, Kyle. Extreme speed.
That's
This is the
right.
game for the Hokies. Number 4, Peyton May.
Well, it's
21,
interesting.
Taylor Lewin.
So with Gianluigi Donnarumma moving to the Premier League in Man City, there's been a lot of coverage about his shot-stopping ability. And one thing that he does is the quickest way from point A to point B, if you're a goalkeeper, is not at a 90-degree angle standing straight up. It's at a 45-degree angle. And so when you dive, the natural body movement to dive as a goalkeeper is to stick your near foot out and then push off your back leg as a plant leg. The quickest way is actually the opposite. If you want to take your near leg and move it in towards the inside of your body so that you get better leverage off your back foot, and it also forces your body into a 45-degree angle, so you're already basically down for the dive. And it allows you to get down a lot quicker. They call it a negative step. You step in with your near leg, not out.
Negative step.
Because it's completely contrary to what your natural instincts are. Your natural instinct is to take the short step with your near foot and then push off.
And who came up with this again?
Well, it's just there's been coverage of Donnarumma doing it because it's part of his game, but it's been a thing for goalkeepers for a little while.
Look at the space here with Maxwell with her hand up. She'll get it, and she's off to the races. Numbers not in Wake Forest's favor, but Maxwell likes this kind of challenge.
Great defending.
Scythe coming over for support.
Great defending by Virginia Tech here to prevent that counterattack. Very well done. Cutting off the angle, ushering the attacker to the outside, and then dispossessing them of the ball.
Scythe thought about whipping that one in. She decided against it. Maybe not enough numbers in the box. There's Wrestler Trying to shake loose. Deflected right back to Wrestler. Wrestler will move it to the right to Maxwell, and Maxwell will see that one poked out of bounds by Robertson.
Front her, drop!
Virginia Tech now moving ahead in the shot column, 15. That is it's a good idea by Johnson. Did she step over and backheel it back? Ramirez hit the ground.
Corner, Wake Forest.
Wake Forest with
Could have given her the ball and I would have kept it going, but decided to kick it 3 feet.
another 5th corner. Scythe, good bend. Look who's there lurking.
Yeah.
Faircloth. She owns the near stick this time. Hargrove able to track it down after she spilled it, but
Hargrove has been excellent in commanding her penalty area, and especially the 6-yard box. On corners, on free kick deliveries, all of it. Every time the ball is remotely in her vicinity, she's there to vacuum it up.
a grad student from Richmond, Virginia. And 68th minute against the Tar Heels. Hargrove really came up with some clutch stops. Faircloth looking for an outlet, had to pull it back, and will gladly accept the throw-in. Intercepted well by Robertson. Another freshman for Virginia Tech is Scythe. A little risky to play it back to Amaral. Virginia Tech, they were lurking. He's up ahead trying to find Johnson. That's touched by a Hokie, so it'll be a throw-in, and we've got some more substitutions on both
Tech,
sides.
Number 5, Hannah Petchen. Number 12, Ellie Montaleo.
Emilio going out.
And for Wake Forest, number 6, Dempsey Brown.
Dempsey Brown returning, that's a good sign. Patchen now back in for D'Amelio. Wrestler holding up. Bit of a square ball to Maxwell. Maxwell ushering it to Dempsey Brown. Brown quickly into the pocket, calling for it, won't get it. Good step by Wilson. Amaral using the long ball to try to get over the top and behind this back line. Two to 1 is where we left off at halftime, and we still sit at the same scoreline. Well, it's been threat after threat after threat from both sides. Maxwell was off. I don't know offside, but she was off to the races, hoping to put it into 5th.
20 minutes to go. Virginia Tech has to start thinking about taking a few extra risks now. Everything that they've done largely has worked to this point. The clock is their biggest enemy at this stage of the game.
Hokies pinging it around brilliantly. They have connected the dots very well. A pretty display of football tonight. They thinking about threading it over on that right channel. Blocked and out of bounds. Just under 20, 2-1. Wake Forest leading. We've seen both back lines bend, but they have not broke. Gonna miss it. Immediately Amaral coming up to clean it up. Those are the moments that are overlooked. The keeper following up just on a possible miss hit.
Yeah, because they don't show up in the stat sheet, right? It's not an official save. There's nothing really for that.
Fair cloth. Maxwell waits for this one to get over her right shoulder. She's on it. Diagonal pass chance. And slowly arriving. There's Flanagan. Wake Forest will recycle. Maxwell's so good with that feint, though, isn't she?
She's used it a number of times in this game.
It's the two double step. Almost like a wide receiver would use. Lane Di Natale coming up to clear that one. Virginia Tech, after this match, will return home against NC State on the 27th. Maxwell has pinched in. This is a center mid. Now for Wake Forest, they'll head up north, take on Boston College. And then on the 25th, we'll be at Duke. Big rivalry between the Blue Devils and the Demon Deacons. Duke presently ranked 3rd in the country. And also will be available, first time ever, a women's soccer game will be available.
Into the game for the Hokies.
On a radio broadcast on your
Taylor Price.
Wake Forest game day app.
Number 3, Anna Weir. Number 19, Samantha de Guzman. And number 33, Ava Larigo.
Collision there has Wrestler on the turf. That Patchen will get a yellow card.
Yeah, referee's done really well to let them play today, and there hasn't been a ton of aggression, but that is way late and not playing the ball.
Yellow card for number 5.
Patchen leading the team in points. She was our player to watch in the beginning of the show. She has star written all over her. Great counter pressing. Maxwell gets it back. A long glance at the side judge to see who touched it last. Wake Forest will throw it in. Wrestler. Lets this one bounce across her body. Wrestler had it in her sights. Trying to put one on. Weir. Now Virginia Tech.
Great tackle.
Great defense by Scythe. And grab of the hip. right in the sight line of the official, Ashley Cedro. Again, Amaral off the line and not allowing that ball to sit inside the 6, right in front of the goal. Both teams kind of going at it. One, then the other goes, then the other goes.
Yeah, this is a very back and forth part of this game.
It's almost as if like it's in overtime, the overtime rules in football. Okay, now you have the ball. Now you go.
That's right.
It's our turn to drive. Scythe trying to interject. Weir. Tight spaces cut out by Maxwell. Back to Scythe. Force had targets. Johnson was the closest one to the goal. And Maxwell right behind her. The Deacons know how crucial it is for them if they can come up with one more goal at the time remaining. Scythe once again at the corner flag. We'll keep it down here.
Almost an own goal. Seeking that top corner.
Wrestler coming out. A little changing of
Hit for Wake Forest, number 10,
possible attackers.
26, Terrence Chance. Corner kick, Wake Forest.
Wake Forest will try from the other corner flag. Brooke Miller in. Good bend in the back door. Zadian was there, had a look. Oh, that's great vision. Connecting with Scythe. Scythe pitches in, trying to curl that, baits the goalie, but the goalie had no problem squeezing that in the air. And quickly on the counter, here come the Hokies. That is heads up by the Hokies. Weird. Buy some time to get our teammates down there.
Huge tackle.
Tackle Azadeh.
Absolutely massive, because she gets that wrong. That's a penalty and a chance to equalize.
Entering the game for the Hokies, number 28, Julia Tepes.
Tepes returns back for the Hokies. One of the many freshmen brought in. (2-1) the score. Virginia Tech flirting. They can hit it from there. A little bit of power, but deflected and out of bounds. It'll be another corner.
Yet,
was Mitchell hitting it again?
Yet another shot for Virginia Tech from the top of the 18 off a corner. Those have been some of their best chances.
16 shots for the Hokies, 11 for the Demon Deacons. Everybody will disperse. Well played ball up in the air. Trying to get it out of the box. Maybe a throw in for the Hokies, and they're attacking third with 11 and change remaining. What an answer back by Wake Forest, though, after the brilliant goal by Mitchell for Virginia Tech, and then Wake Forest coming back with the bang of goal after goal to lead 2-1.
They've had a couple of good responses in this game, but so have the Hokies. This is far from over. If Virginia Tech can continue this sustained pressure, Wake Forest pinned back in their own half.
Tough ball replayed over the head.
Miller playing the number 10 position right now for Wake Forest.
I just saw that. Thank you. You're in my head. Wasn't quite sure if that was Brooke until she got this close to where we are. MC Brown, big slide tackle to knock that one out of the way.
And not just knock it away, but also send it to a teammate.
Virginia Tech, Weir lurking. Patchen using the space allotted. The Hokies. The service inside the box. Patchen fighting for it. Ball spits out. Misplayed, but tracked down by Robertson.
The momentum in this game has shifted considerably.
Totally different than our match on Sunday, where the pitch was basically cut to a quarter of it, at least for the last 20 minutes of it. This different. Virginia Tech with the momentum, but not an equalizer yet. And those are some of those mishits that you can't have against ACC opponents.
Yeah, we talked about this before. Goalkeeper is such a difficult position because every one of your errors, everyone can see it. It's glaring. There's very few other positions that are like that in this game.
Yeah, you're going to think about, you'll talk about that, but you'll miss the fact that she came off her line, stopped a possible cross. Alex Wood coming in
Also for Wake Forest,
again.
number 14, Lola Wrestler.
Wrestler as well. And Wrestler, the story on her was that she really had to step up, show the coaching staff what she had. And she accepted that challenge in the spring and flourished. That obviously seeped over to the fall. Especially when you've talked to many Deacon fans. Hey, who's this wrestler kid? Does Wake Forest have a wrestling team? Weir to the left. She'll get it. Scythe interrupting that. Maxwell. She almost settled that in between her two knees. Wood. Acres of space for Taryn Chance. Wrestler calling for it in the pocket. Ooh. Referee says play on.
Just got a touch on the ball. That was a crunching challenge.
Maxwell, she trusted it, she got it. She'll just try to milk the clock. That's tough to do, right?
Yeah, just a couple of heavy touches there.
No, it's tough to do if you have Maxwell, somebody that is programmed to go straight to goal. And rather than getting over the top, timing it right, say, milk the clock out.
Correction. Entering the game, number 18, Allie Flanagan.
Comes in for Maxwell. You could tell she was uneasy with that particular strategy. No, I want to go straight to goal. Put this on ice.
Yeah, a little bit of tired legs too, maybe contributing there as well.
Weir using the width of this pitch. Good triangle passing by the Hokies. Patchen thinking about the switch, kept it on the deck. Fair cloth. Still got a little speed though, doesn't she? Even with the brace on. Chance. Brown with a good old-fashioned 5-year-old clearance, right? Just boom.
Sometimes the moment calls for that.
That's right.
You want to gain possession back. You want to relieve pressure, but you just want to also keep everything safety first.
Well, that's great positioning. Just a heavy touch, though. There's Mitchell again. Under 5.5 to go. Still sitting 2-1. Here's a turn and shoot, but right in the grasp of Amaral.
Anna Weir has been a danger up front for Virginia Tech, both in possession and on the counterattack. Just hasn't been able to find the target, the spots in the target that she wants to hit.
17 shots for Virginia Tech.
Just turn and shoot with the left foot. Just wasn't able to clip it up towards one of the corners.
So again, Virginia Tech into the attacking third, whipping it in. Sliding poke away. Very creative by Alex Wood. 4.5. It's a game of keep away. And for Virginia Tech, it's get back down to the attacking third. Slowly but surely ticking down in the favor of the Demon Deacons. Looking for their 8th win of the season.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where it's moving lightning fast if you're a Hokie fan, and it's moving agonizingly slow if you're a Deacon fan.
Side judge says it's a Hokie throw-in.
Entering the game for the Hokies, number 21.
The first shots of tonight's match ended up in the first goal of the contest, but Wake Forest came back with 2 goals of their own. And at half they led 2-1, and it has stayed there.
It's the last punt here for Virginia Tech, taking off a defender and putting on an attacker.
Good challenge won by Wrestler. Wood had trouble controlling it. Faircloth just taking off to keep Wake Forest with possession.
Yeah, Virginia Tech bench certainly did not agree with that. Oh, they called a foul. I think the bench thought that that was going to be a throw-in for Wake Forest, which would have been certainly contentious, but they called a foul.
Somewhat unlucky, though, for Virginia Tech. We talked about that earlier. And with under 2 minutes to go, in danger of dropping their third ACC match, but I think the record does not reflect how good this team is. Kyle.
They have come here to play today, and they have outplayed Wake Forest for significant portions of this game. I would say the final 10 minutes of the first half and the final 20 minutes of the second half, 25 minutes even, have been all Virginia Tech.
And then we got some huge new pieces and young pieces. Chips fall into place, whether it's this year or next year. Watch out for another big run. That one off of a Wake Forest player. It's a chance it'll be a throw-in for Virginia Tech. Deeks holding on to that 2-1 lead. Looking for a record of 2-0 in the ACC. Clock down to 24 seconds. Lewin surrounded by Wake Forest defenders. The Deeks back line keeping their shape, keeping their line.
10 seconds. 9.
Yeah, there's 9 seconds.
7,
Can Virginia Tech
6,
come up with a Hail Mary? That one will go out of bounds. Do they have enough time to at least put one into the box? Not in the script here in 2025. Hard-fought match, Virginia Tech on the losing end, but a very, very good side. The Deeks now